I used to do 5-minute news videos each week as part of this channel, and although I enjoyed doing them, they took quite a long time to edit and put together. And so eventually I just stopped doing them altogether because it stopped me from doing other things that I want to do with this channel. But recently I thought one way I could deliver the news is perhaps by doing a video which was kind of unedited and unscripted, me just looking at the main news stories of the week and giving my thoughts. So this is all very experimental, and this is the first one I'm going to do of this series. Now, if you can let me know if you like this kind of video, or alternatively if you don't like it, in the comment section below, this will determine whether I continue doing these videos or I just leave it at this first one here. So with that, let's take a look at this week's news stories. So we're going to start this news video by looking at this Oculus blog here that allows you to post any requests or ideas you have for the Oculus Quest platform, and then these posts can then get upvoted. And I think the idea is then that some of the more popular posts and requests then get actioned by Oculus themselves. So let's check out some of the top requests, and no prizes for guessing one of them, which is remove mandatory Facebook login. So this has 4,600 upvotes. It's very popular. And if you're new to this whole debate, there's basically two main sides. There's those Oculus users that don't mind having a Facebook login, or they actually enjoy having a Facebook login because it helps them do things like connect with their friends, it helps them share things like gameplay with their friends and that sort of thing. And then there's the other side, which is much more wary or even just outright dislikes having to log in using Facebook because of privacy concerns, because they simply don't want a Facebook account, or they feel like they need to self-censor because if they go against Facebook policy somehow and their account gets banned, then they can pretty much wave goodbye to their games library until their account is reinstated, if it's ever reinstated. So these are the two sides of the camp. There's over 400 comments here if you want to read more about what people were saying in relation to this. But regardless of what your thoughts are, it looks like these accounts are here to stay. So we have this tweet from John Carmack saying that the Facebook login isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So regardless of your thoughts, this is here to stay, unless of course they find a way of jailbreaking the Quest. Now, I think it was sometime like October last year when there was some word that the Quest 2 had been successfully jailbroken, but as far as I know, this was a fake. This didn't turn out to be true, and I haven't heard anything to the contrary since then. So despite there being a cash prize for the first person who manages to do it, no one has managed to do it just yet, as far as I'm aware. So until it happens, it looks like we will need a Facebook account. There's no way around that. So it seems like even though this is one of the most popular requests to remove mandatory Facebook login, we can upvote this one as much as we like, and it's not going anywhere, at least anytime soon. But multiple users is the top voted feature here, and this is coming to the Quest next month, February 13. Multi-user accounts and app sharing coming to the Quest, and with these features, the primary account holder will be able to add secondary account holders to their device and share the apps they purchase with these secondary accounts. Not only this will enable safe sharing, but game progress and achievements can be personalized and saved separately for each account. So how this will work is, if I am the primary account holder on an Oculus Quest device, I can share the Oculus Quest with up to 3 secondary account holders, 3 secondary profiles. And I can buy games and apps and share those games and apps with those secondary profiles. Now those secondary profiles can also buy games and apps, but they cannot share those games and apps with the primary account holder, nor can they share those games and apps with other secondary account holders. It's only the primary account holder that can share their games and apps in that way. Now, this is obviously a good thing in many ways, as the Oculus anticipate that the VR community will grow. It will help prevent piracy, also increase household usage. And of course, if you have multiple users on one headset, them having their own profiles with their own saved games and achievements is only a good thing. But a lot of people say this one has been rolled out way too late. It's probably 2 years too late. It should have been rolled out a long time ago. One of the reasons why I think that it's being rolled out now that we have this Facebook account login, is that it enables Facebook to keep better data on its different users as well. So this is just speculation, but I think there's a lot of truth to this, in that whereas before you'd have multiple users using the one account, and you couldn't really separate that data. Now with separate Facebook logins, separate accounts, and yes, if you are a secondary account holder, you will still need your Facebook and Facebook login to have that secondary account. Now it means that Facebook can better see who is using the Quest headset. They can tease out that the data of the different users if there are multiple users using that one headset. So another question is, if you have one copy of a multiplayer game and you want to play it with a secondary account holder, can you do that? And it looks like you might be able to do this as long as the developer allows it. So an Oculus user who enables app sharing can log into multiple devices simultaneously, but cannot run the same app with their account on more than one device at a time. So I think what that means is, if I'm a secondary account holder who is sharing a game with a primary account holder, so there's one copy of that game that's being shared with me as the secondary account holder, I can log into a different Quest on my account and play that multiplayer game. As long as the developer has enabled that feature, I can play that multiplayer game having just one copy of the game. So I think that is also possible. So it will be exciting to see this update roll out, and according to John Carmack, we might see monthly updates for the Oculus Quest. We see they are striving towards monthly software releases, so there'll be more opportunities for software features to roll in. So we could see a monthly update to the Quest, and hopefully we'll see more of these top voted requests being rolled out in the coming months, which is super exciting. Now on to other news, and GORN has finally got a release date. So January 28th is the official release date for GORN on the Oculus Quest. So this one was announced coming to the Quest last year, but no dates were given, and finally we have a release date for this, and it's coming very soon. So if you're not familiar with GORN, it's on PC VR, you can get it on Steam, and it's a fantastic game, a gladiator arena combat game, comically violent and over the top, has fantastic physics, a lot of fun. I've completed it on PC VR and I loved it, and I'll be getting it on the Quest 2 because the wireless freedom that the Quest offers is just made for a game like this. So that's really good news to see that coming soon. And finally, we have my SideQuest game of the week, which is Warplanes World War I Fighters. This is a World War I combat flight simulator where you can play as the Central Powers or the Allies. Now, this is probably one of the most polished and best looking SideQuest games I've seen. I've done a video on this, which I will edit into this video so you can see it for yourself. I'll also link that video out in the description below in case you want to check it out. It has an arcadey feel to this game, although recently they've just released a realistic mode, and they've also released comfort options, which was missing before, as this one is going to challenge you, to say the least, if you have motion sickness. But it's a fantastic game. There is a demo so you can check it out without having to spend any money, and yeah, it's a real great game. Do check it out. I highly recommend it. Anyway, that's it for me for now. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you've liked it or if you've disliked it, do let me know, as it will determine whether I continue with this news series of videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.